right, we have some news just coming in. Vinesh Fogart has just caused one of the biggest upsets of the Olympics in wrestling by beating the top seed and gold medal favorite from Japan. That's the information that we have with us at this hour. We will in fact be going across to our reporters for more on that. But Fogart has defeated the Olympic champion and world number one. This in fact is the information that has just come in. We'll be going across to our reporter Nitin in a moment from now. Nitin is in fact with us. Nitin, what more details can you share with us? What does this mean for Vinesh Fogart's campaign this time around? All right, Nikhil Naz is with us. Nikhil, tell us more about how Fogart has pulled this big upset and what does it mean for her campaign?
Well, this is an incredible result that India has achieved here in the women's wrestling event. Remember, she was up against a formidable opponent. I was reading statements from the Japanese wrestler. She is the number one contender in her category. She was gunning for a second Olympic gold medal. In fact, she had said that her dream is to be the world champion as well as the Olympic champion. She's already the world champion, number one seed. In fact, she had been the flag bearer for her country last time around. So you can imagine what a big legend she is in her country. And to beat a wrestler like that, I think this is an incredible achievement by Vinesh Fogart. Of course, she's just made it through to the quarterfinal. She'll have to win 2 more bouts to guarantee herself a medal. Because in wrestling, as you know, there is no medal by reaching the semi-finals. So you'll have to reach the final and then fight it out for the gold medal. But the biggest hurdle that she would have had was in the first round itself, Yui Sasaki of Japan. And remember, for Vinesh Fogart, just to give you a bit of a background, just to even reach the Olympic Games was no less than a massive achievement. Remember, she had been actively participating in the wrestlers' protest, lost a lot of valuable time for her training, and even after that, she was finding it very tough to qualify. And she had to go through various qualifying routes. There were matches that were organized for her internally, where the Wrestling Federation said that, listen, we can't guarantee her to go. She'll have to beat, wrestlers at home, and only then will we, send her. And we remember, statements coming out of Vinesh at that time. She said, I was like completely broken. I didn't know what to do while the protest was on. But she kept her single-minded focus on what she can achieve at the Olympic Games. And remember, this is not only an effort to win a medal for our country, it's also the fight against the system. And it is her fighting against the system and proving that you need to set a lot of things right back home in terms of organizing the sport. And so she's in fact, trying to prove a point on 2 fronts, which is why this makes, this particular win that she has just achieved in the women's 50 kilogram category, beating Yui Sasaki of Japan is incredible. And remember, for Vinesh, she's been there before previously. Remember in Paris, in Tokyo, the previous Olympics, and that ended in a heartbreak. She got a massive injury in the first round itself. So I'm sure memories of the last time around in the first round, the unfortunate turn of events for her at that time would have been there at the back of her head. So to go past, that first round for her is absolutely incredible. Her next match, which is the quarterfinal, is going to be at 4:20 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So not too much time from now. So maybe, we will get an idea as to that. That's roughly about a little more than an hour from now. And if she is to win that, then she's in the semi-final and then just a step away from playing for the gold medal match.
That's what, Nikhil, I wanted to ask you about. That this makes this victory just so much more sweet. Given that the opponent was formidable, Yui Sasaki, who had won gold in Tokyo without actually losing a single point. Plus, Vinesh Fogart, who had to face just so many problems before reaching this stage, isn't it?
Well, that's right. I mean, interesting that you mentioned about, her winning that particular goal last time around, and that was in her home country without, losing a single point. In fact, I remember reading about her. She hasn't lost a single bout since 2010. I mean, she had just one wrestler in Yuki Airi who managed to defeat her 3 times. But other than that, there was no other wrestler on the planet that could, beat Sasaki. So that tells you what a formidable opponent she was. She's known for her fantastic technique. So it's not just all about power for Sasaki. It's a fantastic technique as well, which has always propelled her in big competition. But the only difference is she won the world championship in the 48 kilogram category, and then she moved to the 50 kilogram category, and then again won the world championship gold in the 50 kilogram category. So in that sense, she has achieved everything that there is to achieve in the wrestling format. I think it is one of the biggest surprises for the Japanese contingent here at the Olympics, because just as for us, Neeraj Chopra, when you talk about him, there is a guaranteed medal around the corner. It is quite similar to Yui Sasaki of Japan as well. I mean, Japan considers a medal from her, in fact, not just a medal, a gold medal from her, absolute guarantee. And to have her knocked out in the first round, though she could still land a medal if Vinicius to reach the final, but then that won't be gold. That will be at best can only be a bronze, and that in itself will be a major disappointment for them. But yeah, talking about Vinish, I think first round, as I mentioned, had been her biggest hurdle. And not only in terms of the level of opponent that she was facing, but also because of those images still fresh in my mind. What happened last time around at the Tokyo Games, where she suffered a career-threatening injury in the first round of the Olympic Games, and her campaign ended in a matter of a couple of minutes in the bout. And here she is in about an hour's time, ready to take on another wrestler in the quarterfinals. I think from here on, you'd have to say that she is a favorite to win a medal, though, as I mentioned earlier, a word of caution, because we've had that plenty of times in this Olympic Games where you've reached very close to a medal but missed out. But Vinish, having crossed her biggest hurdle, should be the odds-on favorite now to land their fourth medal here at the
All right, this was in fact indeed, Nikhil, a huge task ahead, given that she was defeated, like you said, in the quarterfinals of Tokyo 2020. It was a very, very tall order.
Losing that early, at the Tokyo Olympics. I must also tell you that there were doubts, not just amongst fans who had kind of, because, just 3 years ago, when she was 27 years of age, many thought that, that was her prime. In wrestling, once you go past 28, 29 years, your prime does tend to come down. And at the age of 30, you aren't considered